Yes. So we are back. This is episode 2 of the Cage Chats pod, and I got a very cool guest. You get some nicks and bruises doing what you do, and me, I get that with my internet. But
It's all good.
yeah, great guest I have on today who I met kind of through somebody I know, sort of the same way as you. Like I've not met him in person. I think you met him in person. You said once, guy named Dylan Rush,
Yeah.
who is this reporter working for none other than the king of cringe, Henry Cejudo. And a great dude, man. And Dylan posted this video a while back that I saw of you uh, doing an event where it was Team Rampage versus Team Cejudo, and you go out there and get the dub in this event. I mean, talk about seizing the moment, my man. That was flawless, and it was cool to see somebody just look like they enjoy so much what they're doing, and that
Yeah.
is what you were telling me on the at the beginning of this stream of right before we got into it about how you have fought now 35 times, man. I mean, where you are now compared to when you started out, what are some things that you would pass on to a young fighter going into it that you do know at this point?
I'd tell them there's no shortcuts in this game. The best experience is the experience you gain on your own. And I, there's been so many times where I was a fight away from getting to the UFC, or I was so close to taking that next step, and I failed, or something happened, to where, many people give up, or you're like, oh, I'm gonna move on with my life, but I got a passion for the sport. I really love it, so I'm gonna do it as long as I can, whether I make it big or not. I'm having a blast doing it, and getting to be an example for the younger guys. So I'd say just keep at it, man, and don't be afraid to jump in there. I got a lot of losses on my record, but I've never no one's ever judged me by my losses, and every time I come back stronger and fight better the next fight. So I'd say just keep at it and go in there with no fear.
And the output of how much you're fighting, you were just telling me that, I mean, what, 4 fights in less than a year's time, and you've got what, 3 this year, man. And that's insane to see somebody just look so fresh after doing that. And that's crazy to think that you are getting all these fights in, and just getting older. You don't look like you don't sound like you have lost anything, man. And I love those kinds of stories where you get all the experience, but you come out the other end stronger than ever. And training with a guy like Fluffy, I mean, we mentioned some guys that you fought and also that you train with, like Max Griffin.
Hmm.
You know, in a division like 185, I see somebody like RDR who went in there and he's fought 4 times this year. I mean, is that something that you think is different at the UFC level to be fighting that much?
I think it can be. It's all about how things line up for you. I think because I mean, look at Kevin Holland, Big Mouth. That guy's fought like crazy in the UFC. So if you're blessed and come out injury free, things can line up for you sometimes. But unfortunately, sometimes like Fluffy just got injured, and it was smart of him to take a step back and not jump in there at his best, especially in the position he's at now at that title contention. So I think you judge it based on that. I've been pretty lucky in all my fights, knock on wood. I still haven't been knocked out cold in my 35 fights. So I've been dropped a couple times, but I pop right back up, and I'm starting to be known for my chin and my durability, you know, which isn't the best. You know, I'd rather be known for my skill and technique, but sometimes you got to play with what you got. So I'm gonna keep riding it out if I can.
It's crazy because I mean, there's some guys out there like Max Holloway and Nate Diaz, and like being known for their chin. It's I I get what you're saying though. I mean, you want to be known for some other things, but I mean, you are a durable athlete, man. And I mean, when you get into the cage now, do you feel like there's anything that you really haven't seen at this point?
Yeah, honestly, not really. I train with Max all the time still, and I tell him like you're still the hardest hitter I've ever faced, you know. So a lot of times I get in there and I'm like, all right, let's see what this guy's got. I bet you he doesn't hit as hard as Max.
Yeah, man, Max is. I think he's somebody that is going to be missed when he's out of the game because he's always so game. And I've seen him fight for so many years now. And I mean, obviously, also if people are UFC fans and they know his nickname, I mean that's just what's better than that. But you
Right.
said that was the toughest guy you think you fought to date was Max Griffin.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. And that was years, probably 10 years ago now. But yeah, that guy, he uh he beat me twice actually on his way to the UFC and finished me both times. And I look at him as big bro, man, because he's uh he's got my number or something. But we're training partners now, so we never have to worry about that again.
And with Fluffy, I mean, there's a guy that is household name written all over him. I mean, when you're training with him, is there anything that stands out above all other attributes, or is it just overall the specimen that he is? Because it's every UFC fan I'm talking to this year, the new name that I keep hearing from all of them is Fluffy. I'll admit to you, I didn't know Fluffy until the beginning of this year, but he's on people's radars, the diehards. I mean, that's saying something for
Yeah,
them to give him as much praise. But when he's training with you, I mean, it seems like mentally he's sharp and seems like he also has the skills on the mic. But is there something that stands out with him as a fighter to you? Because you fought him, God, when he was 18.
yeah, yeah. Just his fighter mentality, man. He's one of those guys who's just growing up fighting his whole life, you know, and he's smart enough to surround himself with the right people and just that mentality that he has. It doesn't matter if he's losing the fight or things aren't going his way. He doesn't give a fuck, you know. He's just gonna keep going and look for that, you know, way to hurt the guy. He doesn't even I don't even know if he cares about winning as much as just wants to bring fucking pain to that guy and the outcome comes through that.
That might be the most competitive division right now, I think, other than 155, I would say. And, people would say maybe 145, but I mean, it's hard to compare anybody to Ilya and Volk. I feel like featherweight, but I mean, with because we were just talking about RDR, he loses to Brendan Allen. I mean, if you're Fluffy at this point, what do you think is the most realistic path to the title for him? That what is the path to? How do I get to Hamzat if he's the one that's going to be holding the belt by the
Right.
time they inevitably clash?
Yeah, I don't think he worries about it too much, to be honest. But I feel like he's one fight away still. You know, if he had fought RDR, he'd have been one fight away, and whoever they match him up with, Strickland, Adesanya, all these guys, you know, he's gonna do the same thing. They call him the Mexican uh, Kamzat, you know. So really, they should just give him the title shot and you know, match style versus style, let the best man win. But you know, we know how the game goes. You know, if he's got to do it again, he'll do it again.
Yeah, I mean, when they showed the guys in Hamzat's division after he beat Dricus, the only one who really wasn't showing a lot of like, whoa, like the holy shit kind of look on their face was Fluffy. And that's what I love, man, is just that guy. I feel like just rolls out of bed and lives for it. If there's a fight for him, yeah, I gotta say it's probably. I mean, they're gonna probably throw Brendan Allen at him now after beating RDR. But my God, I don't.
I mean, it wouldn't really make sense because Fluffy beat him in LFA on the way
Yeah,
to the UFC, and then he just beat him at the beginning of this year. You know, coming off of a rib injury and uh, on antibiotics. You know what I mean? So I get it that Allen showed up and got it done, but he's still. I mean, Fluffy just beat him in February, so it's hard to match that up again when he dominated him. But we'll see.
yeah, kind of the same. It feels like with, I mean, different story with the fight today with Tom and Ciryl gone. I mean, I don't know if I want to see that again, but I don't trust the UFC when they say that, oh, we're completely moving on from this. And but really, yeah, I mean, it's like beating a dead horse with fighting Brendan Allen. I mean, in Strickland, I just at this point, I don't think Strickland has a chance against Fluffy. I feel like that's going to be, if it goes the distance, totally dominates Sean from the opening gun. And Adesanya, I mean, I got to give him his flowers, of course, but
Right.
it's at this point. I always get his name wrong. The Nasruddin, is that how you say?
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
That guy, I can't ignore him, but I mean,
Right. Yeah.
I don't think that anybody has the complete skill set like Fluffy to do it. And I mean, it's that's probably the if you had to ask him what's his dream fight, it would be Hamzat right now. But for you, I
Yeah.
mean, was there ever a dream fight for you? That scenario of where you say you get to the UFC and they're like, okay, we're gonna give you this guy to start to build your resume up there, or if they just threw you to the wolves and said, who do you want? Like you get some kind of big moment and it's hard to deny you. Who's somebody that you go for immediately and you're like, that's the fight I want?
It's funny. It's funny, man. Maybe I'm delusional, you know, but I always, even when I'm preparing, even when I don't know if I have a fight or not, I'm always looking at the champion and I'm trying to measure myself against that guy and be the best I could be to try to prepare for the best, you know. So I still have, you know, I have a lot of experience now, so I still dream of getting that shot in the UFC, and I'll go top 10 right away. You know, like I don't want to sit around and wait. I'm hoping if they give me a shot, I'm gonna be jumping right into contention, especially because I'm limited on time. You know, I don't feel it yet. I'm 36, but that's old for an MMA fighter. But I'm gonna do this shit till I'm 46 if I can. You know, so. We'll see
Oh
how it goes.
man, and when all is said and done, you feel like the body is, you go over the hill. Do you think that there's anything that you would want to try, like into go into boxing, or would you just do, roll in tournaments just for fun at that point, or would you try and be coaching?
Yeah, maybe coaching down the road. You know, share. I respect my professor a lot, Tom Theophanopoulos. He runs a gym right out of my hometown, and his teachings are world class. You know, and I've been doing my best to prove it. We had Mike McDonald in the past fight for the UFC belt. You know, so we've had guys prove right out of our small town in California. I'm like an hour and a half south of Sacramento, small town, you know, and so I'd love to pass on the knowledge at some point, but I'm definitely gonna keep fighting as long as I can. And I feel I feel good. I feel better than I felt in my 20s because I'm not going out and partying and doing stupid things that I used to do. And I'm really dedicated now. I got a 1-year-old daughter. I got my family, so we'll see where I could take it. A lot of people see 36 as old, but when I was 26, there's people telling me that I should think about something else, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I can't wait to be a black belt and have all this knowledge and experience and put that on the table. So I feel like I'm in my prime right now.
That's excellent, man. I mean, have family and things in line, it's because it really is a journey to get to, to even get out of your 20s just alive, man, let alone,
Right.
learning something from it. But it's crazy the way that we look at shelf life in combat, and at the same time I can understand it, but I don't think that there's a chance in hell that you don't go until you're 45, man, because I see the way that you go in there and fight, and it's fun to watch, man. I mean, and it shouldn't be. I don't think you should be going in there if you don't love what you do, and that's cool that you fight out of the out of that area, because actually my cousins live not too far from Sacramento, man, and I gotta get to one of your events. I've been talking about going also to BKFC and all these things, but I've only done the small shows to this point,
Yeah.
and that's got to change, man, because it's a lot different also than when the UFC started, of course, but like even the early 2000s, that it was really just them, and you want to box, and some people knew about Muay Thai, or but now, I mean, all these different things, and these things like misfits, with boxing, it's like, okay, it's getting some of these guys that are, considered over the hill, the bag, and I guess that's a positive with it. A guy like Tony Ferguson,
Yeah.
everybody's like, oh, he's done. It's like, well, I don't know. I mean, he was losing to top guys,
Right.
so they were saying the same about Charles Oliveira, and I just shelf life is a crazy thing, man. And
Yeah. I mean, look at Randy Couture. He didn't even start till he was 33. And he's
yeah,
one of the best ever. So there's outliers always. So I'm hoping to be one of those outliers.
man, I absolutely sense it. I mean, I like to see the fresh blood, but I also like to see people who paid their dues getting it. And I really could, man. I see you doing the UFC thing. I mean, it'd be so crazy to just see the cage shut for the first time with you fighting. And I mean, all the cards that are coming up, man, just an exciting time to be a fight fan. I mean, today I messed up, and I thought that the card was about to be starting tonight as opposed to the afternoon, but I
Yeah.
just caught that main event and just saw the one right before it, or two fights before it, with Umar Nurmagomedov, and that's that kind of stuff. I'll watch it any hour of the day, any weight class. But I mean,
Right.
it's going towards these other things too. I love to watch, like UFL, your events, and other people with it. It's addicting, dude, and I definitely respect your hustle in this, and just keep at it, brother. And if you get to send something to if I could send a message to Fluffy, it's I'm making one of my buddies very jealous right now by talking to people who are close to him. But Fluffy, you are going to be holding the belt by this time next year, so absolutely have a blast doing it, because before you know it, there's going to be all sorts of people that are going to want to be your friend. And this is the guy, one of the guys who was there from the start. Buddy, dude, I thank you so much for your time today, man, because I know you got
Yeah.
to be, you're doing the trunk or treat thing, being a good
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate you having me on. And like you said, this is the best time ever for fighting. During COVID, I wasn't able to fight. All the opportunities disappeared, and a lot of the guys that I was contending against were got straight into the UFC, and people don't realize how lucky they are now to have all these shows going on and UFC Fight Pass having all these opportunities, all these eyes to be on you. So that's another reason why I'm not going to let age slow me down, or if there's an opportunity there, I'm going to go for it because the time is now. You know what I mean?
Oh hell yeah, man! It's to think, where I am at. I'm near Jacksonville, so that's where the first time that they hosted a card after everybody started doing live sports again. To be close to it, like where I am now, it's insane to think that that was almost 5 years ago. But I don't take it for granted because I remember that feeling of like, wow, there's actually sports happening right now, man, and it's not like the bubble fights they were doing with Justin Gaethje and Tony Ferguson. Speaking of him, it's like, no, there's actually people in the crowd right now, and I'm not hearing like the shuffling of the janitor's feet pushing the cart.
Right.
It's oh man, we've come a long way from that hell in 2020. But
Right.
man, I tell you, I got your fights on for the rest of your career, and I know it's going to be a long one, man. And just you know what to do. Just take care of you, take care of family, and absolutely, you're going to the top, man. You're gonna show Max that you're at his your big brother now.
I appreciate it, bro. And just so people know, my next fight's going to be December 20th in Reno. I'm fighting for Uriah Faber's A1 Combat middleweight title. So this will be
Wow.
my ninth title fight in my career. So looking to get another belt for the wall.
Oh, let's go, man. I gotta find a way to get out there. I'm actually flying through Vegas, going to a wedding in early November. So it's like, yeah, maybe just turn around and go back early,
Right?
early December. Let's go, man. Yeah, that's huge to be fighting for a guy like Uriah. I mean, he's he's the 50, as Connor said, the 50-year-old retired skateboarder, but
Yeah.
he is the real deal, man. And
Yeah.
that's for
He's
you.
a
That's
cat.
got to be
Yeah, he's the
oh,
California kid. I'm always been a fan of California fighters. I've been
yes.
fighting my whole career in California. It's tough to get recognized out here, but I'm getting to travel a little bit now, and excited to represent Cali.
You live in the dream, man, and you represent it well. And tell you, there's always a spot on the show. I love hearing these kinds of stories from people who just they have the right mindset, and I I fully support your journey towards the championship, and you will have the belt on the wall, man. Just grind away until December 10th, and we will see the wreckage, and Buddy gets what he wants.
Hell yeah, I appreciate it, bro.
Let's go, man. Tell the fam happy Halloween. Y'all go
I
enjoy
will.
yourself.
All right, I will. Thanks, brother. You have a good
Absolutely,
one.
man. Take care.
You too.